the ability to vote independently on each of those items where there was a a question of whether it was done legally. And I think these are the ones I meant to pull off, actually.
Okay. Do you have particular questions about the McFarland Cascade invoice?
No.
No? Okay. Would entertain a motion.
I move that we approve the expenses listed under consent agenda item number 4.
Second.
Motion Schiff, second Roberts, that we approve consent agenda item number 4. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
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 All those opposed?
No.
In this case, I've got a...
Okay.
Cast a vote to force action.
The chair votes aye. Consent agenda item number 4 passes. All right. Consent agenda item number 5. Any questions about the invoices from Sega? I'd entertain a motion.
I move that we approve the items under consent agenda item number 5.
Second.
Motion Schutt, second Roberts, that we approve consent agenda item number 5. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed?
No.
The mayor votes aye. Consent agenda item number 5 passes. Consent agenda item number 6, consider approving an extension to establish residency within the Gardner city limits for Chief Gerald Cullenber. Questions?
I just wanted a little more clarification on the extenuating circumstances and the timeline that prevented Chief from moving here within that 6-month period.
The circumstances are that the house that the chief is looking to move into is not available at this time.
What does that mean? I mean, is it just got somebody renting it already, or it's...
There are some modifications that are being made to it that he is waiting to be completed.
Okay.
Man cave?
Hmm?
Man cave?
Yeah. It's a remodel.
But I mean, when does, what about as far as the history of that opportunity to move, is that something that he's known about for a while? I guess, why are we getting this after the fact, it appears? Or?
It was in the offer letter for 6 months. The 6-month date was December 24th. It's my understanding that we were going to meet that date with his relocation, and it didn't occur. The way the policy is written is if the residency requirement is not established within 6 months, then I need to get council approval presenting extenuating circumstances. I don't have the authority to extend that 6-month residency requirement as the administrator.
But there has been a contract signed with all the normal elements within the contract, such as occupancy date, term of the lease, lease rate, and signature?
I don't have all of those components unless, do you have an updated contract that has all of those components? I'm sorry?
No, not all the components.
Okay.
The date, February 1st through March of next year.
That's in the lease, but not. So, is there what thing? That's the only thing that's. I mean, it's a lease that it's been signed and it's
It's been signed and notarized. It's a legitimate lease. It's good. Obviously, I'll be very honest with you, Councilman Fovich. if you're looking for a price of what I'm paying, I'm not going to reveal that because that is just between me and the individual leasing the house to me, you know.
I don't need to know that, I just,
Okay, well, it's.
I need to know
it's
that
been
all the
signed,
elements,
It's been notarized, it is ready to go for February, and I'll be here.
and all those things are in the lease.
The date, yes, when I take over, when I take possession, yes,
The lease rate and a signature and an occupancy date.
yes.
No, we don't have a lease rate.
I'm sorry?
We have
Started
everything with no lease
February
rate.
to March.
There's no lease rate.
Correct.
Yeah, there's no lease rate of what I'm paying per month, if that's what you're
Well,
inquiring.
that's part of a contract.
I'm not revealing that, that's not necessary.
Well, I'm not asking you to reveal it, but I believe to have a valid lease, you need those components in it. And I think that's not something that
You know,
we have.
First, let me apologize to Cheryl and Mary for placing them in this position, that we're having this conversation. Because honestly, I've made every effort within my power to meet that deadline to be in this city by the date required. My wife and I have looked in this community, and we've tried. What I'm doing until I can get a residence bought and paid for, if that decision is made, to get myself in here when necessary on that lease, I will be there.
But
If my word is good enough for federal district court, Johnson County District Court, and city court, I feel my word is good enough here.
I would agree.
It doesn't contain it.
What? Oh, go ahead, sorry.
Just a minute, let me bring Leo. Sure.
Again, my point is not that I need to know what you're paying. I just need to know that when you say you signed a contract, all the elements of a contract are in there. And if that or any other blank is left blank, then you don't have a contract, in my opinion, and that's coming from a realtor.
Mr.
I mean,
Fozich, you have my contract between me and you that says I will be here in February. I will be here, regardless of maybe what's on that.
But I guess, here's the thing, I mean, we've had people who, we'll just call them politicians, that have decided to become residents of Gardner at the last minute, who said they signed a lease, and then all of a sudden, the lease evaporated 2 days later.
No, I assure you that's not the case in my situation.
And we never saw those leases, but
I assure you that's not this case.
Cheryl?
Yes, okay. Continue it. I need to pull this item and bring it back after I have legal counsel look at this based on some of the concerns that are being presented.
Entertain a motion to table the item.
So moved.
Second.
Motion, Shute, second Harrison, that we table consent agenda item number 7. All those,
Six.
consent agenda item.
Number six.
Number 6.
Number 6.
Oh, 6. Getting ahead of myself. Thank you. Consent agenda item number 6. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed?
Thank you.
Consent agenda item number 7.
I'll be honest, I feel a little flat-footed over this. Not having a chance to review these before the meeting kind of makes it difficult to approve. The question I have really is, it says here that according to Laura, and maybe Laura, you can answer this question. It says here that these approvals needed to take place before tonight's meeting. If we were to table, what would be the repercussions of that?
Some of them will be late, and you may be charged interest payment.
Which ones may be?
I noted each one that was in my agenda item underneath each one. I noted if it
Yeah.
was going to be passed due or not.
Okay.
So item number,
So it would be.
The Granger one looks like it might be the most, actually,
So-
Dakota American and Granger
great, yeah.
look to be the ones that might be most in jeopardy of late payments or late fees being assessed.
Well, you've got,
Well-
2 Dakota Americans, Granger,
Mhm.
Gray Bar. The only ones that are not going to be late for the next meeting are Chris Davis and Schaubetter.
Yeah, and those are the larger numbers.
The Schaubetter's the largest. I
Yes.
put those in there because they're large and I already had them, so.
Sure. Were these expenses approved by UB last Thursday? Is that why we didn't get them till Friday?